This guy was expected to take on Jesse Arnett at Canada Cup, April 20th, Sungod Arena in Ladner, North Delta, whatever you want to call it. He is Josh Kwiatkowski. He is now taking on Amin Amelik, if that's how you say his name. I'm not quite sure, but that's who he's taking on. Sweet dreams. Please welcome Josh, the Juggernaut Kwiatkowski, to the show. Josh, thanks for joining me today, man.
No, thank you, brother.
It's been a while since we've chat. There won't be any donuts. I won't even be at this fight card, to be honest with you. It doesn't bother me. I'd love to watch it live. Do you know if it's even streaming?
Yeah, there'll be a stream.
There will be a stream. Perfect. All right. So let's get cracking, man. Like, you performed last time at Battlefield Fight League 79, 78, 77. I don't know, a few months ago.
Okay.
And you were not, I don't even know if I'd say you performed because you were quite upset after that outing. Let's just talk about it. You took on Ali Wasuk. You were riding a 3 fight winning streak going into that fight. A win in that fight would have gotten you a title shot for sure, but it was
Yeah.
a frustrating fight to say the least. Tell me about that fight, your thoughts on the performance, and your thoughts on the matchup overall.
In at the time, it was obviously extremely hard because, um, just the way I lost, I didn't really feel like I got the opportunity to fight, as you said. The biggest thing with me is now in hindsight, taking it, looking at it, and because preparing for this next fight, I'm grateful it happened. It was kind of freeing in the sense that my biggest fear in fighting was to be held down and to be in a lackluster fight. And I was just controlled, and we both came out without a mark or a bruise on us. And to me, that's not really give you that fight feeling. So for the last 6 months, I've been trying to get on opportunities, short notice opportunities. Been close a few times, and it didn't come to fruition. But now I'm training with Ali, once a week. He was my friend before the fight, a friend after it, but he's a great training partner. And I just feel like I'm way better from that fight and way fired up. And I think a lot of people can speak to that.
We thought you were, way past that. You had that fight against George at Rise, and sort of a similar style where he held you down. It was a gritty performance. You were able to pop back up a little bit more in that fight against George. What was it about Ali's game plan and the fact that he was able to hold you down so much that was different from, say, George a few fights prior to that?
The biggest difference stylistically between them was even in my MMA sparring and things like that, you can't uh, when people are trying to punch you and when they're trying to advance position or submit you, there is openings in the transitions to always get up. There's always an opportunity to flip the flip the script. But when an individual isn't punching, an individual is not passing or trying to submit me, it's you got a wet blanket on you and you just have to get up. And I've worked diligently on getting up from so many different positions and just continue to add tools for the situations when people aren't trying to kill you. That's why I was so excited to fight Jesse Arnett because I know he's a good wrestler. I know he's a good grappler, but he's always trying to kill you. So that will always keep me in the fight. And I want to fight people that are gonna put on entertaining fights. But at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is. There's gonna be individuals that fight that way. We all don't have to fight like a psycho just because I like doing it. So to each their own.
We will say, every time I write about you, every time I talk about you, every time I see you fight or other people see you fight, you are definitely a fan favorite. Like you get in there, you put on a show for the crowd, and you didn't get to do that in your last performance. You were about to take on Jesse Arnett at this Canada Cup show, and when it got announced, I will say myself, I was like, holy crap, this is not just a step up in competition, but this is going to be a fun fight. Talk about how that matchup got made before we talk about the cancellation and whatnot.
So I've known about the Jesse fight for about 10 weeks. Basically, he was talking about coming back for one more rodeo. Everyone knows he retired out for UAE in Abu Dhabi, not in front of friends or family. Obviously, he's a mission boy. So I think he wants to come back and just do one more, hang him up, or maybe two more. But if he was fighting me, it would be his last one. But I just think he's an older legend in Canada, and it was just going to be an honor to fight him. And I know he knows Arjun, and he also knows Jay, and it just kind of got formed. And you know me, I say yes to fights. So I was nothing but excited for the opportunity for step up in competition, and just excited to test myself.
So you knew about the Jesse Arnett fight, you said, for 10 weeks. This Canada Cup promotion, or whatever you want to call it, it is a promotion. They're putting on this big event. Josh Johnsey on the card as well. Some great matchups. How did this all come about? Because, like, we've seen you fight Battlefield, obviously BTC. You fought Rumble in the Cage. You're the champion there. Canada Cup. When did you find out about this promotion and that it was getting started, and that you'd be a part of the card? Was that 10 weeks ago as well?
Roughly, they've been whispering about starting a promotion, and I know that we just need more promotions. We need more shows in Canada. We need more promotions. That's it, and we need the promotions to be okay with everyone fighting anywhere. There is no UFC. There is just the UFC, the PFL, Bellator. Like, if you're in those major organizations, cool. Don't let them fight for other people, I guess. You know, but if it's a regional show, let these fighters fight anywhere. Like, we don't make enough money to not be able to say yes to every opportunity. I haven't fought in 6 months, and it pisses me off. So I'm excited to jump back in there, but I'm grateful there's another promotion to fight for.
Was there backlash?
I had a
Okay.
I had an I had an opportunity. I had an opportunity to fight Michael Imperato short notice on the last unified card,
Yeah.
and I was under contract by another organization, and I was unable to A, get paid, and B, have the opportunity to fight in front of Dana White on that show, which just having the opportunity on short notice to show people what kind of fighter I am, which, as you said, like, fuck my record. It doesn't matter. Like, everyone knows when I walk into a cage that I put on a fight, you're going to be entertained, and someone is going to be hurting somewhere.
Definitely. Now, like we talked about before, the Jesse Arnett fight is canceled. You're taking on this Amin Almalik, however you say it. Sweet Dreams. He's fought for Battlefield before. He recently competed at Battlefield Fight League. Where is it? Let's see. He's on a 5 fight winning streak. He beat Mitch in his last fight at Battlefield. I'm sure you've watched that performance. I noticed that there was a bit of bad blood. Well, maybe not bad blood, but there was back and forth between you guys on Instagram. Was that before this fight was announced that happened?
Yeah, it was just a little back and forth as the fight was getting announced. But the thing is like, he's probably gonna get mad at you too for not being able to say his name. He's getting mad I can't say his name. Like, you heard me say anybody's name? Like, A, I don't care, and B, I can't pronounce his name, so fuck it. Like, I'm just gonna beat him up, and I'm happy. Like, he's making me cut 5 extra pounds. I wanted to go back to 45, and I'm gonna make him suffer for every fucking pound he made me cut. So he's got a lot of suffering coming his way.
So, how long ago did you find out about this matchup then?
11 days. Well, so on the Sunday, last Sunday.
So not that long
So
ago. So it's
no.
very very short notice matchup. Did you as I said 5 fight winning streak? You're coming into this one off of being held, like you said, a wet blanket. He is a guy who looks like he wants to actually fight. He's had a few decisions. He's gotten a TKO in his previous fight before the Mitch fight. So he's a guy who wants to get in there and scrap. His nickname is Sweet Dreams. Do you know much about him other than the fight that you saw with Mitch?
I don't know much about him. I know, like, he knocked out some 1-5 Mexican guy, so I guess I should be afraid. But yeah, I don't know. Like, he fought Mitch. I just thought Mitch. I had seen Mitch. I said I didn't think he fought like that smart. But everyone has an off night. But I don't know why everyone thinks this guy's shit don't stink. I'm not. I might be missing something. I don't see it. Uh, but I don't know. I know what I bring to the table, and I know what he brings to the table. At least I'm gonna feel it on Saturday night, and I'm excited. I hope he's some crazy striker. I hope I feel it.
And he did compete for Battlefield previously as well. He lost to Manny, who you know you've trained with quite frequently, and he
Yeah.
also lost to Yalcin, who I'm sure you know, but I'm pretty sure he's retired now. But he lost to both of those guys. Did you see either of those fights? And again, you take anything away from those?
The MMA math game is so weird. Like I don't like playing that shit because everybody's so different. And like I could be like, I train with Manny. I've trained with Mitch. Like like I could like play that math game. It's me versus him, and I'm a different fighter than all the people he's fought. Like he's supposed to be a striker. He's 5-2, riding a great win streak, but half my wins are knockouts. So I think there's a distinct power distinct difference. I feel like there's an experience difference. There's gonna be a lot of difference, and he's gonna feel it. I'm sure of it. On Saturday night, he's in for it. I can't wait.
I know you said, you're a guy who likes to get in there and bang and, fight crazy. But I will say over the past, 6, 7 years, however long you've been in the game, your game has definitely changed. You're still named the juggernaut, but you pick your shots a little more precisely nowadays. Obviously, since changing up your camps and whatnot. Who are you training with for this fight camp?
Basically, home base is Pinnacle MMA with Dennis Kang. Everybody there, Riley, Jamie, Achilles, the boys. WKX, On Guard Jiu Jitsu. I've been rolling there lots with Matt Kwan. They've been helping me out lots. And that's basically it. Also, been doing pads with Connor at Pitt Meadows, but I've shrunk it up a bit. I keep it simple. I train with the best guys in BC, in this half of the country. Like that's I haven't I can't say but I train with some people that I think Radley's like world renowned or will be one day if he wants it. And I just train with so many good people that I don't have to leave much. I got my structure, I got my schedule, and I got teammates helping guiding me, making sure I don't overtrain because I'm not the type of person that has a problem getting into the gym. I'm the type of person that you have to be like, get the fuck out of the gym, bro. Let's go. Let's relax.
For sure. Now, the alley fight happened in December. This fight is happening April 20th, 4 months into the year, almost 5 months into the year. How many more times? You're a guy who likes to stay active. As you said, not a ton of promotions out there Canadian wise. It's nice that we've got another one knocking on our door here, Western Canada. If you had your choice, how many more times would you get in there in 2024?
Mm, How many months, Lord, left? Once a month?
Once a month. So, well, there's like 7 months left, right? I mean, as I said, we're
Seven
in
times
we're
then.
going into
7 times.
May, so 7 more times.
Seven
if
more
that's
times.
if that's possible at all. I know you've head
I'll
out.
fight Sunday. I'll fight
Yo,
Sunday. I don't give a fuck. Like I am. It pisses me off, but I'm good. I get to relinquish some of this oomph, some of this spiciness, as people call it.
yeah.
But I want to smash the fuck out of this guy. I'm durable as hell, and then get me back in a cage, whether it be unified. I want to fight FLA June 8th. I've already been bugging them. There's a few people out there that are just ducking me like AIDS. Like it just pisses me off. So there's a couple people out east I got to smash after this, but it's Amin Amalek first, and that's it. And it's like I don't want to think too far ahead, but I want to be busy.
You said you want to be busy. You said you actually pronounced his name there. If either of
Oh
us
fuck! I said
pronounce
his name. I take it back. I take it back. I didn't say his name, bro.
Fair enough,
Yeah.
but so there truly is bad blood between you guys? Like, has he messaged you directly, or is it all just social media posts?
It's yeah, bro. I ain't got bad blood with nobody. I can find my best friend. You pay me, I'm gonna smash you. Um, he has got a bunch of mutual. There's a bunch because I go to Toronto all the time. My girl's out there. I think they're friends. I think Micah Brakefield. I think he works at one of Micah's gyms. So I keep telling him I'm gonna smash his coworker. So Micah Brakefield, come out of retirement, fight me after I smash your coworker,
How crazy does that sound, though? One of Micah Brakefield's gyms.
bro. Never thought I would. Well, I always prayed and hoped that I would say that one day. and now that I'm saying it, it's just like it still feels like a fairy
I
tale
me-
because
I
that's
when I message the guy and I say, dude, like I remember you would go to work just so you could pay your rent. Now you're like, you have a gym and it blows my mind, man. It's insane.
it's a beautiful facility, 500 members, something just I'm just nothing but proud of Micah and his family he's created out there.
So talking about out east, then quickly before I let you go here, you travel out there, you train with Micah, you go to 10th Planet at Tobacoke and do some drilling and training out there. There are fight organizations out there as well. I mean, a little stricter when it comes to the commission and whatnot. Have you spoken with any of the Ontario leagues?
Yeah, like I was supposed to fight short notice, obviously for Unified, which their show was in Toronto that time, I believe. BTC I've already fought for. I've been bugging the matchmakers for them. Message to all matchmakers out there: watch my fight Saturday night. Let me kick some ass, and then maybe Sunday morning when I'm going to church or whatever, you send me a message, sign the contract, and then I'll fight real quick. I want to fight June 8th, FLA. I want to fight July would be dope, late July or early August. Like I want to be busy, so please go, fight gods, listen to me. I've been working hard, I've been praying hard. Let's get me some fights. Let me get some wins, and then let me get my shot. That's it. Like contender series, it was just I want my shot one time.
I don't think we need much more else there, man. You sold yourself. He's Josh Kwiatkowski. He fights April 20th, 420, Sungod Arena, Canada Cup. I don't know where you can watch it. We'll drop a link whenever it shows up. But good
Yes,
luck, Josh. Thanks for joining me today, man.
always a pleasure, my brother. And you owe me a box of fucking donuts.